Hey, it's Luke Maslin here, founder of Total Performance Living and creator of the Better Man Blueprint. In this video, I wanted to share a powerful model I use in my coaching to allow you to better manage your emotions and deal with stress and develop skills of stress. Today's been a big day. I've had a busy day of coaching. I had a corporate seminar that I ran called Skills of Stress for a corporate client of mine, as well as catching up with two great one-on-one clients of mine in person, which is unique for me, but I'm in Melbourne at the moment and had the opportunity to do so, which was fantastic. And what I wanted to share with you on this video was one key model and concept that I taught the group today in the corporate seminar, which is around the idea of emotional intelligence, emotional literacy, and emotional agility. And understanding what those three things are, how they differ, and how you can actually start developing each of them in your life. You see, when it comes to emotional intelligence, a lot of people have a warped perception of what that actually is, particularly for guys. We have a sense that it's very external focusing, all about being able to read, interpret, and understand others, almost in a manipulative sense, particularly in a corporate professional sense, this idea of emotional intelligence. The problem is that for the vast majority of people, and a lot of you out there, we're putting emotional intelligence before actually having any emotional literacy. And what I mean by that is that, especially for men, especially for guys, being emotionally literate, i.e. being able to identify and have awareness for the actual emotional experience that you're having, is very, very low. We tend to generalize states rather than emotions. So we'll describe ourselves as stressed or busy or under the pump. All of these generalized statements around an affect or how we're feeling generally, i.e. good or bad, high, medium or low, rather than having that granularity or being able to actually identify what are we experiencing, what's the emotion right now. And that is what emotional literacy is. Can I identify the specific emotion I'm feeling and be aware of it right here, right now? And without emotional literacy, you can't have emotional intelligence. The second part is around emotional intelligence, and that is not the ability to actually suppress, hide, or deny emotions or to move through them quickly, but actually being able to sit in and understand them and have some awareness and sit with the emotion. As men, often we want to jump to the solution very quickly, or we want to pretend that those emotions don't exist at all. So we either hide, suppress, or deny, or we want to rush through. We want to problem solve. We want to process that emotion really quickly. We want the anger, the sadness, the frustration, the fear, the shame, whatever it is. We want to move through it very quickly. And being emotionally intelligent is actually doing the opposite. It's about being able to sit with that emotion and see, what is it telling me or teaching me right here? And what can I learn from it? And that's where the real power comes in being emotionally intelligent. And the third and final thing, and the most powerful that we move to from there, is this idea of emotional agility, a phrase coined by Susan David, Harvard neuroscientist, in the last couple of years. And I love it, it's brilliant. And all it talks to is the fact that if we want to be emotionally agile, that means we have to not be rigid, i.e. we need to be able to be aware, first of all, but also be fluid. Be able to handle the ebb and flow of emotions, recognize them, be aware, understand what's happening, and then transmit or move them into a different emotion. So if we're feeling fear or worry or dread, sitting into that, seeing where it's coming from, and using ways to transform that into a more powerful, positive emotion. Maybe that's enthusiasm. So taking fear and turning it into enthusiasm, and being able to up-level those emotions into something more productive and something more positive, i.e. being agile with your emotions. And so in those three things today that I taught in this seminar lie at the heart of being skilled in managing stress, because emotions drive stress. And unless you're able to develop emotional literacy, emotional intelligence, and emotional agility, then stress will continue to wreak havoc in your life, whether you're aware of it or not. And that's the big thing. For a lot of you out there, and particularly a lot of guys, they're either not aware of the stress they're experiencing, or they are aware of that stress, but they're not willing to confront it or acknowledge what's sitting beneath it. And part of that, a lot of the time, is lacking that emotional literacy, emotional intelligence, and emotional agility. So there you have it, the three things we want to develop: emotional literacy, emotional intelligence, and emotional agility, and why they're so important for you developing skills of stress, which is a critical part of optimizing your health and performance in your life. So if you found this valuable, let me know. Share it with someone who could use it, give it a like, leave a comment or a question here. And if you haven't done so already, head over to Facebook and join us in the Better Man Blueprint private Facebook group for men. It's all about giving you the tools, the information, the wisdom, the experience, and the community to create and sustain optimal health in your life through the integration of body, mind, and spirit. Head on over there and join us. I look forward to speaking with you soon.